Noffel's name is appearing more and more in various liquidation cases in the Netherlands. The man who occupies a strategic place in the organization of Rico the Chilean seems to want to move to a new mission, commanding it totally remotely from his apartment in Dublin, Ireland. We already know that Rico's group fights veterans of the Underworld. One of his targets is Peter, aka Piotr, who miraculously survived the November 2015 attack despite the valiant team hired by Noffel. However, the fate of another man, who was also a member of the so-called Dutch network in the middle of Amsterdam, left no room for luck. Lucas Boom is certainly not unknown to the police, especially since he is considered one of the last confidants of one of the most powerful figures in the Dutch underworld, Willem Holleder. It is June 2015. Lucas is in a residential area in Zaandam, near his car near two elementary schools, when suddenly several men dressed in black get out of a van and open fire in the direction of Lucas, who tries to flee in vain. Dozens of students playing in the schoolyard witnessed the shocking scene, some hiding under tables in the classrooms, and, as one of the mayors pointed out,
"It's a dark day. This is not the reality of Zaandam."
Once the action is over, the shooters flee in the van, which is later found burning in Amsterdam. It appears that on the list of the first suspects are also some of the participants of the liquidation of Peter. However, despite numerous clues, there is not enough evidence to charge them, even though the modus operandi is very similar in both cases. At the same time, the role of the main executor is assigned to Randall, already infamous in the business as an alleged hitman. However, more time is needed to find out the truth and what is behind the Lucas Boom case. What is clear, however, is the fact that Randall gets recruited by Noffel for a new assignment in November 2015. Noffel informs Randall of a job to be done in Almere for €130,000.
Crazy bastard, I have a good job for you. In Almere, €130,000. The other guy has already spotted him. At 7 a.m., he goes to work. You crazy bastard. Can you fix a house in Almere?
He asks him if he can arrange a hiding place in Almere. Noffel also has a message forwarded from the second soldier, Anwar, who wants the task to be done in pairs.
Brother, see if you can arrange a house. That's what's most important. Brother, it's 7 a.m. or p.m.?
Okay, I'll tell you.
It is indeed 7 a.m., the time the target goes to work. Randall also wants to know who is supposed to be sleeping, that is, disappear from the earth.
I also need to know who the brother is, so I know what I have to do.
You want to know who has to go to sleep, right?
Yes?
Noffel again transmits a message from Anwar.
Brother, a Turkish guy. He's into electronics and all that shit. He drives a white van with the Eneco logo on it. I don't know why he has to sleep. I don't even want to know. He's a simple man in his 40s, with family and all.
The target is not Turkish. He is a little over 40 years old, an Iranian national known under the pseudonym of Ali Motamed, who works for the company Eneco and seems to be a perfectly decent citizen. Eventually, Randall reports that he has fixed up the house, so Noffel decides to put Randall in touch with Anwar.
Okay, you crazy bastard. I'll give this kid your email so he can contact you. Meet him. And please, brother, stay focused. No evidence. And make sure there are no cops during the meeting at your house. And yes, don't tell this guy you've already been arrested. Otherwise, he will think you're busted.
Noffel makes Randall understand that it is better that he does not reveal to Anwar that he has been arrested before by the police in another case, so that he does not stress. It appears from the PGP messages that Randall has tried several times without success to contact Anwar.
Ewa, how are you? Ewa.
During the same period, it is also the case for Noffel, whose phone has just surrendered. Indeed, after having entered the wrong code 5 times, his encrypted phone has just been blocked. He contacts a friend to find a solution.
Yo, brother, ask Mr. to fix me a PGP. I put 5 times the wrong code yesterday. It sucks.
Brother, this man from Beverwyck answered. He says that device must come to PGP safe. It will not work remotely.
But I'm not in the Netherlands. Can't you fly tomorrow with a new one? The flight is only 1 hour. Please. I'm in Ireland right now. But brother, please don't tell anyone.
The phone cannot be remotely reactivated, so Noffel asks his friend to bring him a new PGP in Ireland, saying to keep this information to himself. This is not surprising, since there are many people from the rival camp who ordered the liquidation of Noffel. Finally, his friend accepts the mission, while bringing with him Noffel's Aldemar's Piguet watch.
So, 9 p.m. Irish time? Are you there, brother?
Yeah, that's what it says on the ticket. 9:10 local time. My brother, I am on board. I will send you an email when I arrive, inshallah. You will then have to identify me thanks to the AP that I have on my wrist.
After switching phones, a twist comes for Randall, who gets arrested in the investigation in relation to Lucas Boom. The man soon has his PGP device confiscated, which was used to communicate with other bandits. It was this very phone that, among other things, provided the detectives with the insight into the discussions mentioned earlier. Randall would have been one of the 2 shooters in the next liquidation, had he not been arrested prematurely. However, this does not hinder the mission, because Moreo takes the vacant place to create a new pairing with Anwar. A few weeks later, around 6:50 a.m., Ali is shot in front of his house in Almere as he is about to get into his van to go to work, while the duo starts off a black BMW, which is found burnt down shortly afterwards, thanks to the gasoline Anwar bought. According to the camera images, the same BMW appeared regularly during the previous 3 days in the street of Ali Motamed, around the time he usually goes to work. It seems that the day before the liquidation, the duo arrived in front of Ali's house. However, a neighbor comes out at the same time, which may have prevented the perpetrators from taking action. When Randall was released for lack of evidence in January 2016 for his involvement in the Lucas case, the police took the opportunity to hide listening devices in his clothing. So it comes from the eavesdroppers, secretly recorded, among other things, that Randall considers himself lucky not to have participated in Ali's mission.
I was going to do this job, right? They have all these conversations where I talk. I don't know if their phone was found or what, but I hope not for them. They have to keep denying, but if they left DNA at the crime scene, then wow, they are lost.
This is how the police came to understand that someone else had to take Randall's place. As for Ali Motamed, many questions have been raised about the reason for his execution. As an electrician with no criminal record, some believe it was a case of mistaken identity and that he was shot by accident. However, it was later revealed that Ali Motamed is a new identity for Mohammed Reza Kolahi Samadi, who was sentenced to death in Iran for carrying out an attack on the Republican Party headquarters.
In december 2015 werd Ali Motamed doodgeschoten in de Hendrik Marsmanstraat in Almere. Het Parool onthulde eerder dit jaar dat Motamed in werkelijkheid de uit Iran gevluchte Mohammad Reza Kolahi Samadi was. Hij zou in zijn moederland een aanslag hebben gepleegd waar 73 mensen om het leven kwamen.
Because of the victim's political background, the Dutch security services suspected that Iran had ordered the mission. However, this was never proven or established in the criminal part of the case. As for Knopfel, who is hiding out in Ireland, his time on the loose seems to be slipping away more and more quickly. On the other side, the rival camp around Hose is far from resting, because all are still hunting the heirs of Gwinnett. They have just been warned of a new strike coming.
I think you also heard about these faggots. But I heard that they are ready to do something to someone, so everyone be on guard. This snake, in my opinion, is ready to do something. So please, warn everyone.